Hi guys, welcome to the latest installment of Trade Review, where I review Rupaul's Drag Race. And today's review is from season 11, episode 10. I can't believe we're on episode 10. Time is really speeding by for this season. And so at the start of the episode, Plastique has been eliminated, and everyone in the workroom is shocked. I myself was shocked, but I felt as if Plastique did not grow in the competition. She came in with a certain level, and there was no elevation. She kind of like plateaued, really. And I knew that she wasn't going to make it to the top four. It was sad though. And also, Vanjie, of course, won the lip sync from the previous episode. And the editing cut away, so we didn't get to see or hear Vanjie read Plastique's lipstick message on the mirror. And Vanjie is really feeling defeated based on the judges' critique. The judges have basically stated that Vanjie, during some of the challenges, is not necessarily giving a character with Vanjie and Plastique in the kind of like Alley Cat LAPD skit. All that was there was just Vanjie. That's it. So at the start of the episode, we hear one of the contestants, I think it's Nina, that says that the top three contenders are actually Brooklyn, Silky, and Akira, and each of them has 2 wins under their belt. And at this point, I believe that Suga and Vanjie have not had any wins at all. And so the queens come back into the workroom, and there's actually a really cute mini challenge. And for the mini challenge, Rue in boy drag looks amazing. Rue rarely wears all black, and I love the black suit with the kind of like gold V-necks, thin sweater underneath. And so for the mini challenge, actually, Vanjie wins the mini challenge and is able to pick teams for the maxi challenge. And she chooses team highly melanated. She chooses Evie, Silky, and Akira, which leaves Team Brooklyn, which is Brooklyn, Nina, and Suga. And so we learned that for the Maxi Challenge, they're doing a magic show. And when I heard this, I was like, this might not go so well, especially for Vanjie. If I were in Vanjie's shoes, I would have chosen Nina. Nina does so well during these types of challenges because this is what Nina does. Nina produces shows. So it's like, ooh, Vanjie, you didn't think this through. And so I was a little scared for Vanjie. And so I'm going to fast forward through kind of like some of the rehearsals. And just going to skip right through to the actual show. So Team Brooklyn, they have named themselves the Mighty Tucks. They were perfection. Nina stuck her foot into that particular skit. They rehearsed. They knew their lines. They knew how to deliver. From the first moment that we saw Nina, I just loved everything about her. Brooklyn did really well, and as the judges said during the critique, that Suga was eclipsed by Nina. and Brooklyn. But they worked so well together. And I was so excited because Nina really needed the win to kind of like remain relevant in the competition. And Nina has done so well. And so I was happy to see her really shine during this magic show. And so I loved all of them. So for Team Highly Melanated, they call themselves the Black Magic, and it was rough. It seems as if everyone was really nervous, and when they were preparing for the actual magic show, Akira stated that she wasn't really feeling herself, that she was really nervous, that they had to kind of like change some of the routine last minute, and she wasn't as confident as she knew she should have been coming off of last week's win. And so it just didn't go well. They actually did some great tricks. I love the trick with Vanjie floating in the air, and I loved in the beginning how I think it was Akira that Evie and Vanjie wrapped the red material around, and then they continued wrapping it around her until Silky appeared. And then Akira came from off stage. So I really love that. They had kind of like really cool bits, but just overall, Team Mighty Tuck just outshadowed them with their delivery and execution. And so on the runway, the category is caftan realness. And so actually my top toot of the week is Silky. Silky looked like an ebony fashion fair model from the 70s. I loved the hairballs. I loved the earring really kind of like sold the outfit for me. The outfit was this kind of like nude, sheer, very flowy caftan with this beautiful like gold stenciling in on the from the collar down to kind of like the navel, and then this really cool gold embellishment on the outer panel of the caftan. So I really loved it. And then we had Evie. Evie gave kind of like a different take on a caftan. It was knitted, and that's something that I don't think of when I think of a caftan. And deliberately, it was kind of like destroyed. There are a lot of holes throughout it, and she had this kind of like great gladiator sandal that was really cool, and she spray painted her scalp gold, and she had this really cool metal headpiece that I really loved. And then we had Akira. I wasn't feeling it at all. It just did not look good. It looked kind of like, compared to the other girls, it looked really cheap. Vanjie, I actually did not like what Vanjie had. Michelle honestly said that it was her favorite look. It looked really cheap compared to the other girls. Then we have Brooklyn. Brooklyn's look was very editorial. This beautiful sheer plum caftan that was belted, which was very smart, a gold belt with a gold kind of like wired bra underneath, this beautiful kind of like curly blonde wig, and the caftan was very flowy, and she really sold the garment. She came out poised with attitude, and she looked great. And then we had Sugar. She had two reveals. She came out in this kind of like very Anastasia of Ukraine type coat, which was caftan-esque, with some really kind of like cool pieces going on. It just seemed kind of like a lot. I wish it was a little bit lighter because it really didn't translate well under the lights. And then she had her first reveal, and it was a very springtime realness look. And I love the length because you got to see her legs. Sugar has great legs, but then she had another reveal, and it just did not translate well. There wasn't a through line or a story between the reveals. It seemed like she went from like winter in the Ukraine to spring in LA to summer in Brooklyn. So I was really confused by these looks. Nina's look was kind of like she did the homework assignment and it was a caftan. Um, but I really didn't love it, but it was very safe. So Nina wins the challenge, and I was so excited for her. So now, this is Nina's second win, and I was so excited for her because I really like Nina. I really see her being top four. Shockingly, Suga was in the bottom. And so they chose people from each of the teams. But I really wasn't expecting Sugar to be in the bottom. I was expecting two people from Team The Black Magic to be in the bottom. And so unfortunately, Brooklyn and Nina outshined Sugar. And so Sugar was in the bottom too. And then it was down to Vanjie and Silky, and Rue said that Silky was safe, meaning that Vanjie was in the bottom. And so Vanjie and Sugar had to lip sync to a Mary J. Blige song, which that was very shocking. We have 2 weeks of great R&B music, and they had to lip sync to No More Drama, which is classic Mary J. Blige. And it's a slower song, and so out of the two, Vanjie killed it. Just from seeing Suga perform, she tends to kind of like stand in one place at the same time and just try to emote face and kind of like deliver emotions, but there's really only one contestant out of all of Drag Race history. No, two. There's only two people in Drag Race history who could just stand in one place and kill a lip sync. And of course, one being Latrice. Latrice can literally just stand in one spot and just deliver and destroy a performance. And also Chi Chi DeVayne. Chi Chi DeVayne and Latrice can just stand in one spot and they will kill any song. Suga cannot. I think Suga can transform into a Naomi Smalls because on Naomi Smalls' original season, she was not a lip sync assassin. Now she has like went to Ivan Ailey's school of dance and drama and is slaying the girls. Naomi actually performed in LA like a month ago, and I hate that I didn't get a chance to see her. She has really elevated her stage performance, and I think with practice, Suga to do that. Another contestant who, during their season, their performance wasn't that great, but since their season have become someone who is such a delight to see is Mariah Balenciaga. Mariah Balenciaga, if you have not seen her perform, you need to see her perform. She does all types of stunts that are magic. So Vanjie kills the lip sync, and that means that she stays and Suga is eliminated from the competition. And so I think now we have, is it top seven? Top seven now? Top seven or top six? And so it's getting down to top four. And so next week is finally the makeup challenge, makeover challenge. So I'm so excited to see it. I cannot wait because, like I said previously, there are three episodes that I just love: the makeover episode, the Snatch Game episode, and oh my gosh, what's my favorite other one? I'm drawing a blank. Snatch Game, Makeover. I forgot what my other one was. It's been a long day. I've been at work since I've had to wake up at 7 a.m. To catch the train to go to work. So um, I'm tired and I'm actually going to bed after I upload this video. Um, but so I don't embarrass myself further, this concludes the video. I hope that you guys loved this episode because I did. Vanjie stays in the competition and I hope that she's top four. And so I can't wait to hear your thoughts. If you haven't already, please subscribe to this channel. Please like the video. Please tell your friends to subscribe to this channel and to like this video. And feel free to share it on all of your favorite social media networks: Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Grindr, Christian Meagle. Do all of that. So tell me what you think of the episode. Do you think Sugar should have stayed? Who do you think did better in the magic show? Who was your favorite outfit? For me, it was definitely Silky. She was the best. And second place, of course, Brooklyn Heights. She looked amazing. So yeah, I can't wait to hear your thoughts. Have a wonderful day. Besos.